Hello and welcome to Deano Outdoors. In this video, I'm going to test out MJJC's newly redesigned foam cannon, Model S version 3.0. I'll start off by going over some key features of this newly redesigned foam cannon, and then we'll get out the pressure washer and give it a test, so stick around. Alright, before we begin the testing, I want to go over some key features of this newly updated foam cannon. So you're going to find a set of instructions. You have your new updated bottle. The bottle itself is now clear, making it easier to see how much product you have left. It also does have a set of measuring lines on the back side there. This is going to be the new updated spray nozzle with the quick connect attachment threading here. It just sits on here and then you give it a quarter twist and it's connected. So there's no more threading. It's a lot easier to connect. No more stripping out any of your threads. Mine does have the quick connect hose on the end, so I'll have that. And finally we have our siphoning hose along with a 1.1 millimeter orifice. If your pressure washer has too low of volume, you want to switch out to this orifice. New for this model, the connection fitting now uses a tapeless fitting. There's a little O-ring rubber gasket in there. So you just simply screw on your connection fitting, hook it up to your pressure hose, and it's ready for use. So that's a nice feature. Now that you can see inside, because of this new clear updated bottle, you can see the siphoning tube. It does have a weighted end on there, so it does move around nice. So no matter which way you're angling your pressure washer, it's going to be sure to pick up all the foam and soap that's inside this canister. So that's a really nice feature as well. The top part of the nozzle is similar to the previous model. You do have the adjustment here for the spray pattern. Up on top, you also have how thick of the foam you want by adjusting the cap on the top here. And there are several different connections that you can order when you're purchasing your foam cannon. And they do state that this V3.0 model does use less soap to give you as thick of suds as their previous version. So we'll test that out. I'm going to fill it up about a third full with soap and the rest with water, and we'll get out the vehicle and see how thick this actually does apply the foam. Now let's pull out the pressure washer and give this a test. Alright, for reference, I'm going to be using Meguiar's Ultimate Wash and Wax. And I do have the 1.25 millimeter orifice that comes pre-installed with MJJC's foam cannon. And the pressure washer that I'm going to be using for this test is Ryobi's 2000 PSI 1.2 gallon per minute pressure washer. It's an electric pressure washer. And I'll be attaching the foam cannon to the Foam King pressure washer gun. So here's my setup. I do have it filled up about 3/4 of the way. Just shake it up real good. You want to make sure you got all your soap and water mixed up well before you use it. All right, I'm going to do 3 tests. First one's going to be with the setting set real low on the nozzle here, almost wide open. Then we'll do it halfway, and then we'll have it set to full foam. We'll start with the front of the vehicle, and we'll work our way to the center and then towards the rear. So you can see that's really watered down, not a lot. So you don't want to run it at that. We're going to go halfway now on our setting here. So we're going to count the turns out. 1, 2, 3. 3 turns out, so we're going to go 1.5 in. 1.5, and we'll test it again. Now we'll test it on this panel here. That makes it a little bit thicker. That's pretty decent. Not the foam thickness that you're looking for though. So now for the final test here, we're gonna go full foam here on the cap. All right, let's see how this performs now. That's a nice thick foam. Nice layer of thick foam now. For reference, we used about half of the amount that we had in there for solution. I also do have the nozzle head set just slightly open for a nice fan out. Let's go ahead and give the whole car a foam here. Here's an up-close look at it, and of course it's all going to depend on the type of soap you are using as well as the size of orifice and pressure washer. Look how thick that soap is as it runs off the car. It just starts piling up on the ground and just sits there. That's some good thick foam. Well, thanks for joining me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. The thickness of the foam is going to depend largely on the brand name of soap that you're using, as well as your pressure washer and the orifice that's inside. I think if I would have put the smaller 1.1 millimeter orifice inside, the foam thickness would have been a little bit thicker. But for me, this works just well, the thickness that it was at. If you guys are interested in checking out this product, I'll have a link in the description. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to drop those in the comment section. As always, thanks for watching, and remember to get outdoors with Deano.